Welcome back to 2 Week to Write. Let's get into it.
So I guess we can start the podcast.
Start it up.
Hey, Serag.
Hey.
Welcome to 2 Week to Write, the
gosh.
podcast where two guys named David do their best to write a script based on random writing prompts in a 2-week period.
Okay.
And we learn each week how terrible we are at this. We are so untalented. It is amazing.
Bad with time management, no natural talent, and generally lazy.
Yes, all these.
All the workings for a good comic.
Yes. Serag,
Yeah.
we know you from stand-up comedy
Stand-up
Montreal.
comedy, yeah.
Promote yourself. You do things.
I mean, yeah, I do things. You can follow me on the Twitters and the Instagram. I'm Meletian Falcon on both those things. But if you just look up Serag, guarantee you'll probably find me. I also got a thing going with another Montreal comic, Zach Kick. We've got this. It's kind of in the building block space. There's a few videos up now, but you can check out our YouTube and Instagram page, Multiplayas, where Zach and I just play games and talk about our feelings while we play these games.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. It's just an excuse to have a podcast and talk, but we play video games as we talk. So
Nice.
Yes,
a lot of fun.
nice.
Yeah.
Check that out.
We should
Check
get
it out.
Zach on here, but then again, I'm never mentally prepared for any conversation.
Oh, we're definitely gonna have him on. I do
Yeah.
like the idea that the only way, because David and I started this as a way to basically keep up with each other.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
we apparently can't commit to a normal phone call. We're like, what if our friendship is something that we promote? Then does it work? So
I
That's
also
how
am,
it should work. Yeah.
I'm using him to become a better writer. I'm like, listen, I'm concerned for David. He was across the Atlantic Ocean. He had no friends. I'm like, and I also want to be a better writer. How can I combine these two interests into one?
Right. Hey,
Yeah.
that's one way of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any writing experience, Serag?
I mean, not any like professional writing.
Any?
I
Like,
wrote
have you
for
written an essay?
I wrote for my school paper. I was
Nice.
the video
Oh.
games editor, and which is crazy to think that a college paper had a video game section, but I completely ruined the paper. I know that I got into the editor's ear, and I was like, we should just turn this into Cracked. And because I'm like, nobody's reading this, let's just have fun with it. And we did something like pretty dumb, stupid, funny, I think really funny stuff. But I remember like the like, I don't know who it was, like the teacher, like the head of all the activities or whatever the fuck, was like, you guys have completely like shamed our paper or whatever. And I felt so bad because I knew it was like kind of my response. I wasn't the big editor in chief, but I was just like, I was the one that was like, yeah, let's make this shit funny and let's make fun of this. And like, we brought in like swearing in the paper because I was like, are we allowed to swear? They're like, yeah, I think we could put like a shit or two. And I just went fuck nasty everywhere. Like all my papers, I just put all kinds of dirty words. It was like they just kept publishing it. And then eventually they're like, yeah, can't put all these bad words. It was pretty wild. So that was like maybe the extent of my like professional writing.
yeah. So I mean, you're literally a published writer, which
Yeah.
I guess.
makes you more accomplished than anyone who's ever been on this.
Oh, wow.
Listen, I think Lucy gives him a run for his money because Lucy, they're doing a play right now, something they wrote.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we have two writers. We've officially had two writers on here.
We're like the feeding grounds for people that go on to like SNL and stuff. We're
I'm
where
excited.
everyone
Wow,
becomes great,
Yeah.
and then they make their money later.
I'm excited to be that guy.
So this is essentially a table read podcast. We just bring scripts we write in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Never a full script. I don't think we've ever finished a script in those 2-week periods. But we just bring one and we joke around, we talk about it, and just fuck around.
That's really cool.
David, pull up the script. This script the prompt was by Lucy Gervais at whatever the fuck their Twitter name is now. I think it was another David thing to fuck with us. I'm almost positive.
Oh yeah, Lucy changes it every week.
Oh, it was David Bowflex at David Bowflex right now.
Might still be David Bowflex.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
They suggested we do a prompt, like a backyard animal animated show thing. And so we had 2 weeks to do this. I did not do it for one full week because I was traveling. And then the next week, I didn't write because I had no fucking idea what to do. I had the worst writer's block. Nothing made sense. And so I had basically in the past 24 to 48 hours, I had a mental breakdown and decided, I actually texted David all these things. I said, I have no idea what to do. I'm devoid of thoughts. Fuck it. It's a horror now. So this is now an animated horror about backyard animals. And it is great. You'll see the true depths and the depths and deprecation of my thoughts pretty soon. You'll see that one of the main characters, is just Frasier from the TV show Frasier.
Yes.
And he doesn't fit in this at all, but he's in here.
I mean, Frasier, Kelsey Grammer, to a larger extent, I think could fit almost anywhere. If he could show up in the X-Men, I think.
Yeah, it's just like yeah. So this isn't even Kelsey Grammer. This is just literally the character Frasier pulled straight out of Seattle into this scenario.
Okay.
It makes no sense. I'm very excited. The way it works, we just assign roles. There's going to be, I think, 6 speaking roles, so we can have 2 each.
Okay, cool. You know what I'm going to do? Actually, I'm going to be really, because I'm doing this all. I'm unprofessional on my phone. Not my phone. Yeah, I'm on my phone, but I'm on my also. I don't have my laptop. It broke.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna have the whole grandma
up close.
Yeah, that's fine.
Love the setup.
Yeah. Whatever works for you, you know.
Love
Thanks,
this
guys. Thanks, guys.
You know, trying to run a professional ship here, but you come in, put it close to your face. We'll make it work.
You'll make it work. Yeah.
No, this is fine. Serag, I want you to know this is the exact reason why Jared Rockwell did not want to be on the pod this round. He said, I would only have my phone. I don't want to look like that.
No, yeah, and you know what? I was like, I should have probably said something because like my laptop did just break recently, and I was like gonna mention it, but I'm like, I don't want to screw with your thing. I don't want you to find other. You know, I was like, forget it.
It's fine. Listen, we don't care at all. And our one listener, they'll deal with it.
They'll deal with it. Yeah. They better.
We spike wildly in the listenership, you know.
Right?
Some episodes we get like a 6 views, but a few of them, 70 views. So
the ones we promote, yeah.
Oh, maybe that's the secret.
Do you have those weird like listenerships like Friendship Hour has, like on like island countries and stuff? Like,
so this is the thing where, and this is how unprofessional we are as a team. Okay. I'm just looking at the number, and if that number goes up, I'm happy. I have not delved into where they're from. I don't care if Russian hackers are using our videos as part of their PsyOps program, as long as we're getting views, okay?
Yeah, totally.
I have never looked at the stats, not once. I like the comments, though. My favorite comment is just once the guy just commented on Kayla's video, vile. Nothing else, just the word vile.
No context. Vile.
So I'm a huge fan. All right.
Let's get into it.
There's so we can each have 2 roles: John, Sarah, Todd, Jocelyn, Frasier, and the employee. Who wants to be who?
I think you just got to assign some.
I don't mind being like a Todd and a Sarah, whatever. But
who has a great Frasier impression?
Oh man,
you know that's only you, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen the show, but it's my favorite show, so I got this.
Oh baby, okay. I hear the blues are calling. Toss salad.
I'll be Frasier and Sarah. Mm-hmm. Serag, you can be Todd and Jocelyn.
Okay.
Todd and Jocelyn. David, you can be John and the employee.
Okay.
Great. So I'll read the scene description, Serag, and
just
feel free to cut in and make fun of me whenever you want.
Sorry, who am I again?
you are Todd and Jocelyn.
Oh, and Jocelyn. Okay, yeah.
Who is Sarah?
I'm Sarah.
Okay. So there is a character called the employee.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm John and the employee.
Yes.
All right. We're in it now.
Gotcha. Exterior. It should not say cold open. I didn't even end the scenes anywhere, so just ignore that. I just fucked up there. Actually, David, can you scroll up to the title page? I want to show the title page real quick.
I like to think you just start every script with cold open.
I kind of do.
He absolutely does.
Yeah.
So Horror Farm, written by David Lansing, based on randomfarmanimalgenerator.com. I really want to show you guys how places I was taken to in my thought process today. Let's continue on. Cold open. Not correct. Exterior, Oklahoma, Route 66 evening. We see an empty stretch of road before a Jeep passes under the camera. We follow the Jeep and hear SOS by ABBA playing. David, get that in the background. Get the rights. Inside the Jeep are 5 college students. There are 3 boys, John, Todd, and Fraiser. Like, literally just Fraiser. And 2 girls.
So a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
This is not a parent-approved situation. Just Frasier hanging out with these kids.
Jocelyn, tell me about your problems. I'm listening.
And 2 girls, Jocelyn and Sarah. All of them are singing along until Sarah starts shaking the driver's seat where John is sitting. John lowers the volume and turns toward Sarah.
What is it?
I need to go to the bathroom.
Well, that sucks, because there isn't another rest stop for 25 miles.
But I need to go! Todd, sitting in the passenger front seat, snickers.
You can always just pull over.
And go in the middle of nowhere with snakes and coyotes? No thanks.
Well, either that or you're going to have to hold it in or use the bottle.
What about that sign there?
Great Jocelyn voice.
Yeah. She smokes.
She smokes. She's an old Jewish woman. She smokes. Jocelyn, from the backseat, points to a rough-looking sign. The sign says, rest stop 3 miles, but each letter looks like it was written by a different person.
Oh, you mean the sign that not as... wait, hold on. You mean the sign that might as well say... This was made by a psycho killer and you're stupid if you stop here?
It's not that bad and I really have to go. Frasier, looking at his phone. I'm not sure, fellow college friends. Well, my cell phone may not have service. I do remember when it did, there was no such location listed there.
He remembers the specifics of this town layout.
Such a Frasier move.
Yeah, totally.
Listen, if she wants to stop, we'll stop. If it's creepy, we'll just rush out of here, okay?
Yes, perfect.
Fine, but don't say I didn't warn you.
The group pull over and see an old, dilapidated barn with another sign saying rest stop painted on the roof. The barn door is open, and the area seems pretty abandoned, except for a single sign saying open hanging over the doorway. Everyone in the group, except for Todd, get out.
Oh, come on. Haven't you guys seen a horror movie?
Relax, Todd. There's 5 of us. And if things get weird, we'll just get the fuck out.
Come on, I have to go. Haha, yes, Todd. Go with the flow. Frasier with these killer lines. Frasier laughs at his amazing joke as the group walks into the open barn door. After a moment, Todd sighs and follows. All right. Cut 2. Interior barn. Continuous. See, David, that's how continuous works. David learned scene headings recently, and he's having a lot of fun with them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm having a lot of trouble with it as well.
A sparse setup of shelves and fridges line the inside of the barn. Everything seems to be broken down or covered in a layer of dust. We see an employee sitting at a counter, reading a copy of Truffle magazine. The crew walks up and stands in front of the employee for a moment. He does not acknowledge them, so John coughs. The employee grunts in response.
Bathroom?
The employee responds without looking up from his magazine.
Outhouse is around the corner to the left.
Actually, that was David, but Serag, I love your enthusiasm.
Jumping in. I thought we panicked.
No, you did great. I was busy going, who the fuck's the employee?
Yeah.
You got this. We're going to recap, guys. We're going to roll back. David, go for it.
Outhouse is around the corner to the left.
Sarah grabs Jocelyn by the arm. Come on. Sarah and Jocelyn leave the bar. John, Todd, and Frasier wander around the bar and acknowledge there's not much around. Fucking wrong they are. Gonna kill myself later. God damn it. God damn it.
Woo, this took a turn. Hey, man. Hey, man, it's pretty empty in here. No snacks, no food, no beer.
Or sherry.
Yeah, what's up with that? What's up with that?
No customers, so there's not really a point. What? Why's that? No gas, no point in stopping.
Well, that's absolutely ludicrous. A terrible business model.
Yeah, why do you even have a gas station then?
Acts as a distraction for the cops.
Beat. Ominous music plays as Frasier, Todd, and John look at each other. Now, why would you want that?
We got cockfights around the back. You want to see?
Flash 2. Exterior behind the barn. Moments later, the employee leads John, Todd, and Frasier to a large circular pen with a large shed attached to the far end. John looks around in surprise, Todd in glee, and Frasier in horror. This is absolutely barbaric.
I think you mean awesome.
How long has this been going on? About a year. This is just dressed up all over my lines.
We're in both of us.
About a year. You guys want to see a fight?
Absolutely not.
Definitely. Yes, nailed it.
The employee sticks out a hand to John.
$5.
John thinks for a little bit and then pays the employee. He pockets the money and starts walking towards the shed.
So who's fighting? What do you mean?
The employee makes it to the shed and turns around.
Unless you brought one, we only have one rooster. So one of you is going to have to take its place.
Now this is preposterous. We are men, not animals, who would debase themselves so much to fight an innocent creature like a rooster. Todd jumps in the pit.
No, I'm in.
Frasier puts his hand on his face. Of course. Frasier and these college kids are just a perfect dynamic, really.
Yeah.
Cut 2. Exterior barn outhouse continuous. Jocelyn waits outside the outhouse while Sarah goes to the bathroom. She is on her phone and that has no service.
Ugh, this place is awful. No service, creepy old guy running the place, and an outhouse. Todd's right. This is like a horror movie.
Sorry, okay? I didn't want to pee off the side of the road. I wanted a bathroom.
It's fine. Just hurry up, okay? I want to get the guys and get out of here.
Sarah opens the door. All done. Now let's hurry before Frasier starts talking about this place's rustic appeal.
Or giggling. That's why. Giggling. Or Todd buys moonshine. Or Todd buys moonshine from the old shop guy.
Sarah and Jocelyn walk away from the outhouse and turn the corner before stopping. They both look straight ahead with shock on their face.
Oh my God.
Look at it. It's... The camera shows them staring at the most adorable bunny you've ever seen. Adorable! Come here, little guy. Come here, cutie. Sarah crouches down and starts making pss, pss noises to the bunny to make an approach. After a moment or two, it slowly approaches.
Wow, it's actually coming.
Quick, get your camera! Jocelyn pulls out her phone and starts recording as the bunny approaches right next to Sarah. Sarah reaches out to pet the bunny and it starts purring. Aw, look at the baby. I'm going to try to hold him.
I don't know if that's such a good idea. Rabies and all that, you know.
Does it look rabbit to you? He looks so friendly and cute. Sarah picks up the bunny and immediately starts rubbing against her chest and neck. Sarah's beaming with joy. See? Cut 2. Exterior cockfighting ring continuous. Guys, this is when it takes a turn, so be prepared.
Oh, this is one. Okay.
This is one. And I know I set up perfectly so far. You're like, this is just a normal day on Route 66 with my friends on a road trip with Frasier. And here, this is when everything takes a turn.
Okay.
Todd is in the center of the ring, jumping up and down, getting pumped, while Frasier and John watch from the edge, shaking their heads.
Are you sure about this, Todd? It seems kind of fucked up to me, man. Plus, you're the only one that didn't want to stay too long.
Hell yeah. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've known people in cockfights, but I haven't met anyone who won a cockfight.
That's because most men don't like to abuse poultry. The employee stands by a lever next to the shed.
You ready?
Let's do this!
The employee has an evil smile across his face, and he pulls the lever. The shed opens slowly, revealing a dark entrance. After a moment, we hear footsteps. Slowly leaving the shed is a 6-foot-tall monster mutant rooster. It crows loudly, causing everyone except the employee to grab their ears in pain. Todd looks up in horror and tries to run out of the arena. After only making it 2 steps, the rooster runs up and pierces his back with his beak.
Oh!
Holy shit!
The horror!
Oh no!
John and Frasier run from the cockfighting ring, screaming as the employee laughs, and the monster rooster crows one more time. Cock-a-doodle-doo! David, edit that in. Edit in a great.
I got you.
That was wild,
great.
man. Did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Cut to exterior behind barn continues. Sarah and Jocelyn hear the horrible crowing and pause in the middle of their photo shoot with the bunny, who's nibbling at Sarah's neck.
Oh no!
What the hell was that?
I don't know, but it was weird. Come on, let's go find the guys and get out of here.
Okay, all right, time to go, little bunny. Sarah tries to pull the bunny away, but it seems almost latched on to her. Huh, he seems pretty attached to me.
I'm sure, but we have to go.
No, I mean, like, literally, like, I'm having trouble getting him off of me. Sarah keeps trying to pull off the bunny off, but is unable to. She starts to look visibly paler as she continues.
Are you okay? Do you need help? You're looking pale all of a sudden.
Sarah attempts to get rid of the bunny weaken. Yeah, that would help. Must be the heat. That's why I'm struggling. After finishing her sentence, Sarah collapses on her back. The bunny is still attached. Jocelyn screams and moves forward to help. The bunny detaches from Sarah's neck, looks at Jocelyn, showing off previously missing large fangs and hissing. The bunny pounces at Jocelyn. Jocelyn punches the bunny mid-leap and runs away yelling for help. Flash 2 did not fucking put the scene header in. Damn it, David! David, you're better than this! Exterior in the barn. John and Frasier run to the Jeep as fast as they can.
Oh, what about the girls?
If they're not at the car, we'll come back later with the authorities. John slows down before getting to the Jeep.
We can't leave them, Frasier. I'm going back to save.
At that moment, a large bull runs through and slams into John. Frasier screams as the bull slows down and turns, revealing it has 3 heads, each one piercing a different part of John's body as he lies there, limp, presumably dead. Frasier runs off towards the barn from the oil. Damn you, Icarus! Cut to exterior pond continuous. Jocelyn runs away from the barn and approaches a small pond. She looks for a place to hide as she approaches a small dock. While standing on the dock, I somehow lost my place in the middle of my sentence. What the fuck? While standing on the dock, she looks at the water and sees a swan in the middle. Jocelyn, at first, looks at the swan in fear, but slowly that face transforms from fear to a look of interest, then slowly to fascination. The swan, after a moment, notices Jocelyn and slowly approaches the dock. Jocelyn looks around hesitantly for a moment before reaching the end of the dock and waiting for the swan as if mesmerized.
So beautiful.
Jocelyn stares at it as it is only a few feet away from her now. The swan, majestic and beautiful, gets even closer. Jocelyn reaches out her hand and almost brushes its feathers. Honk! Jocelyn looks behind her and sees the most disgusting and malformed goose she's ever seen. It possesses curved horns, barbed teeth, and feathers that almost look like scales. It honks once more before tearing into her neck. Cut to interior barn continuous. Frasier runs into the barn in a panic. He frantically looks behind the poorly set up shelves and counters for something to protect himself with.
You're not going to find anything.
Frasier turns to see the employee leaning against the door frame as the sun sets behind him. Who are you? Why would you do this to such innocent souls such as ours? The employee slowly walks towards Frasier, standing with his back against the wall. That was some dead air I fucked up there.
Well, you know how some animals at the farms get rough treatment? We're just trying to even the playing field.
We have done no such things to animals. I'm essentially a pescatarian. Also, you're human as well. The employee pauses in front of a window 5 feet in front of Frasier.
And most of these animals don't deserve the treatment they get. Also, you sure about that?
About what, good sir?
About me being human.
The moon appears in the window next to the employee. The employee starts to change in front of him. We see fur grow, a snout appear on his face, and growing beyond his clothes. Frasier looks on, and the silhouette of a large, hairy, feral creature covers him in the new moonlight. The camera cuts back, and we see a giant pig staring at him, slobbering at the mouth. It gets right up to Frasier, breathing heavily on him.
Would you care for some prosciutto?
Is it prosciutto di San Daniele? The giant pig pounces, and we hear screams and yells of pain and scene.
Wow.
So, guys, yeah, that's the script. That's where my brain went this past week. I am really a broken human being.
So that's the Halloween episode of Frasier you were writing?
Yeah, this is all Frasier's nightmare. This is essentially this is a Frasier spec script.
Great, dude. I dig it, man. That was awesome.
I'm always impressed with your ability to write something that it actually does feel like something you would see on TV. Like the two girls getting separated, so they're in their own little side thing while there's the whole cockfight narrative happening. Yeah. It's you have good mechanics in a lot of these scenes.
Well, it's very it reminded me a lot of like the like Texas Chainsaw, that like, you know, going around downtown, everyone's, you know, like, well, I'll go over there, you know, like, what do you mean? Or all that, all that, like, all those tropes, if you will.
Exactly. I'm great at taking tropes and using them, basically. Like, making them your own, you know. Exactly.
I like that. I like this cool, like, Dr. Moreau, or whatever. I don't even know what it is, but it's
essentially, if I had what I thought of, it did not write because I just ran out of time. Like I wrote the prosciutto line at 10:59, where you start recording this at 11 a.m. And people watching the video, yes, I'm drinking beer at 11 a.m. for my time.
The breakfast of champions.
The breakfast, haven't heard of it. Essentially, what I was going to continue on was like afterwards, it's like, okay, guys, it's just the were-pig running a town council meeting. Like, guys, great job. You really put it together. Great job. Now we need to change our plan. Some things are done well, some things done poorly. Bunny, you got punted across the fucking place. What the fuck's up with that?
Yeah, where does this go? So, you know, we've killed one of the characters. I presume Sarah has died.
See, they weren't the main characters. They were just they were sacrifices.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was the thing. So this is all like a fake beginning where you think the movie's going to be about Frasier and his cool friends.
Yeah,
but it's in fact about this town of animal people tricking people like teenagers like Frasier.
Yes, exactly.
So
it turns out, that's really cool.
So to film this, Kelsey Grammer comes in as a cameo as Frasier.
He would love that, by the way.
Kelsey Grammer playing Frasier, playing a teenage Frasier, except Frasier looks exactly the same, except he's just a teenager.
He's like, what is he? You want me to do nothing at all? Like, yeah, sure. You want me to film everything in a day? Perfect.
No one's gonna acknowledge you're a 70-year-old man. We're just gonna acknowledge you as a teenager, but you're gonna be playing Frasier.
You know what they should do? I would love to like cast Kelsey Grammer in something and just vaguely make it Frasier, but never call him Frasier.
Unlike me, it's like, no, it's just his name's Frasier. It's just they think he's a teenager. I don't know. God. Yeah, no. So what happened was I wrote that, and I'm just like, I got nothing. I had nothing for the like kids animated show kind of concept. So what I did was I just Googled random farm animal generator, got these 6 animals, and then from there I'm just gonna make it a horror. So then I Googled a random monster generator, and just matched the monster to the animal, and just like, we're going for it. So like the rooster was just like Frankenstein kind of. The pig was the were-pig. The bull was Cerberus. There was a succubus swan and a devil goose and a vampire bunny.
So after this scene, the majority of this script, this world, is like is it campy? Is it like a Parks and Rec style small town operating of just complete horror as different teenagers come in and die here?
It's an absolutely surreal experience where these guys are just like, yeah, guys, great plan. Now what's the next plan to get more people? We can't keep doing the rest stop shtick. It's going to get old after a while. Also, she had a camera out. Luckily, there's no service here, but, you know, we never want to leave evidence. Just, like, talk about that. Eventually,
I would love to see those scenes of like the bureaucracy of running a horror stop.
Yeah, exactly. And that'd be like, and that's where I'd make it a little funnier. Like, it's funny because it's fucking Frasier, but like I was actually going to put the jokes a lot in that side of things.
And then, like, who's running it? Like, why are they doing it? Is it to appease an animal god? Is it to, you know, like,
yeah. My thought process was kind of just like, we're all horror abominations. Like, there's vampire people. Why can't it be vampire bunnies and shit? Is like, except, it's like usually they don't last that long because they're fucking animals. So they kind of just all got together. Like, we work better as a team. Yeah. And then there'd be like misadventures, like, oh no, the bunny got stuck in the trunk of this car. We have to go save him. Or like, hey, look, it's a skinwalker's here. He's not really human. He's not really an animal. What do we do with him?
I'd love to see like a monster hunter at some point, or if one of them was like, you said the bunny was like a vampire bunny. Yeah, someone coming in to like kill the vampire and doesn't realize there's all these other monsters as well.
It's like Van Helsing.
Yeah, but he's not aware that there's monsters besides vampires.
I like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like a specific like a vampire hunter.
So he's coming in. And he's like, I gotta get this bunny, you know. And he comes into the town and he's met with even worse horrors of which he could not comprehend.
Like a 6 foot tall rooster is like, what the fuck?
Yeah. He's like, I don't even I gotta call the rooster guy now.
Who hunts the rooster Stein?
Exactly.
But yeah, that was the script. I had definitely I reached my lowest point at some points. Like I Googled different types of prosciutto. I didn't know there's more than one kind. I just took a guess. So I'm like, looks like there's a prosciutto di Parma, prosciutto di San Daniel. Like I have no idea what any of that means.
Well, Frasier does though.
Yeah, Frasier did. Like, did you see him ask for sherry? Very Frasier.
Yeah, I love that. That was yeah. But that was the perfect. Like, I got to think like Frasier for this line. You know, he wouldn't just say yes to any prosciutto.
So, I'm essentially a pescatarian. I thought that was just
it's great.
Oh man,
I don't know why you're so bummed on yourself with the script. I really enjoyed it.
Honestly. That's what I was gonna say.
It's less the product, the fact I did this in 24 hours. That's like, I could have made this a little better. Like I could definitely punch up in a lot of places, smooth it out.
Yeah, you never feel good pulling an all-nighter to get a script out on a podcast. It's never.
That's the thing about this show, guys. It's all about improving as a writer,
getting better bit by bit.
You know, and Serag, we're so happy you joined us here.
Dude, thank you for having me. I loved reading that with you guys.
Yeah.
It was great. I got to practice some voices.
We're branching out. We're trying to get people to come back and offer us more scripts.
Yeah.
If you ever want to read a script on here,
I would love to. Actually, he's so funny because I tweeted a long time ago this like Freaky Friday, but it's instead of a daughter and wife and mom, it's a son and father. And they switch dick and balls. And I swear, I've like started writing that, and I kind of like put it away, and I went back to it because I really like. It's a hard thing to like write that and not make it like a creepy, weird thing, you know. Yeah. But I actually think I found like the heart of the story in this weird way, and it's like kind of anyway. It's kind of crazy, but I'd love to bring that on.
I would love to read that.
Yeah, like, you haven't.
I don't know if it's not done in any kind of way, but I'm sure I could put bring a few pages.
Open invite.
Yeah.
Bring 10 to 15 pages. We'll read it on here. That's great. Yeah. That's what we're about. Yeah.
That's great. I'm really excited with that.
Also, we have this thing where we ask our guests, and we didn't tell you this, what our next writing prompt should be. So this one was from Lucy Gervais at David Bowflex on Twitter. And they said Barnyard Animal Kid Show or something. I completely ignored the kid show, but I kept the Barnyard Animals.
Okay. And I want to say, like, this is how low the bar is. Some of the prompts have just been a guy walks into an art gallery. You know,
that was a fun one.
A cowboy enters a bar.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm still the worst prompt I ever received was from Lawrence Korber. He said, "Yeah, just write something that you really don't want to write about." I'm like, hated everything about this.
Yeah,
he gave us a real prompt though. It was like choose a character that you wouldn't normally write for and write a whole character study on them. And here we're just trying to, do the bare minimum and hopefully have something that makes sense. And he gave us actual homework. So.
I did my homework. I went above and beyond. I wrote the character toes to the head. I described his personalities, his fears, his likes and dislikes, and I wrote a whole 15 to 20 pages about him. And I'm still angry at it. I'm going to force Lawrence on here again and make him write something.
Oh, yeah, for real. That son of a bitch. No,
Yeah,
are we mad at Lawrence?
Lawrence.
Banned from the pod.
Yeah. I love Lawrence.
Yeah. Oh, we all do.
Yeah. Okay, so writing prompt. Okay. Well, I don't know why I was like thinking of mailman finds a jewel in his satchel.
Ooh, yes.
All right. I can look at that.
Yeah. I like this.
Really?
That's got a lot. That's got a lot going for it. Yeah.
I got something going on there.
And you know what? I'll make it a male person. I don't give a shit. Whatever.
Male person.
I say mailman. I'm sorry. I live in the 90s, man.
The mailman, the paper boy.
You make it mail, whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit.
Mail is an M-A-I-L.
Yeah. Exactly. A mail. No.
And Serag.
Serag, yeah, hashtag.
Well, Serag, I'm happy you're on here. You're the first person in your apartment, your building, with all the.
Sorry, man. I got all my shit in the back.
Oh no, not bad.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about like the other cop, like you, Gabe, Jason, like out of you three who all live together.
That's so funny. Gabe and Jason no longer live with me. But I have Viv now who lives with me.
Oh yeah, Viv. Okay.
So Viv's another comic who you should totally have on the show. He'd be fucking great, man.
Viv is hilarious.
Yeah. We always like thinking of shit together and writing. So speaking of like things that might reach the surface world out there, we're trying to put out like some audio medium of me and him just talking and shooting the shit. So
I mean, I'd listen to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need Viv on here. We need Jason on here because he's been the star of many conversations we've had on here.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, Kayla made us write about basically me and David's like a rom-com between me and David.
Okay.
And Jason showed up in some form in both of our scripts.
Both of our scripts ended up taking place at Grumpy's. So we both had like some, jaded host comic. It was like probably wildly insulting.
We love Jason.
Of course.
But we just keep accidentally insulting him.
Look, it's easy, but he's the hero we need, but maybe not the one we deserve. I don't know.
We're gonna have to have a supercut of us just shit talking Jason and then tweet it at him, because I think the best part is he is not aware of it at all. So
he's never seen this. He's never seen a single episode.
That would actually be like probably be really funny. Yeah, he would like that a lot. Yeah.
All right. Well, Serag, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the first person who I think nailed the sign off on that. Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck yeah. All right.
See you next time when both Davids are back on 2 Week to Write.